What is going on? Welcome to episode 153 of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh. Player 2, Destinaut. What's up, man?
Oh, nothing much. Just recovering from Thursday night, technically. I think a lot of people are.
Yep.
A lot of us are sleep deprived and life deprived, probably wife deprived or husband deprived. Whatever. I'm not judging.
Yeah. I was doing push-ups before the show, so I could wake up a little bit. So, Player 3, Hate Zero, what's up, dude?
What's going on? What up, NPC fam? It is your boy, Hate Zero, your hero.
Player 4, Mel, how are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I love it. Same every time. It's perfect. It's perfect. Hey, that music you just heard is from On Being Human. You can check them out on Spotify and YouTube. Remember, this is an unofficial Nintendo podcast. And if you'd like to get yourself a free book from Audible, go to audibletrial.com/NPC. There, you get a free book of your choosing, plus 2 free Audible originals, I believe is what they call them. So you technically get 3 books each month, and it's $15.99 a month. Sign up. It's good stuff. But the first month is free. audibletrial.com/NPC. The chair I'm sitting in and what my computer is now sitting on is all from Opseat. And right now, everything is $20 off and free shipping. And if you go to n64josh.com/Opseat, you'll save another $10 at checkout. Again, that's n64josh.com/Opseat. And I do have a Patreon. For just $1 a month, you get yourself a Q&A podcast, and you can check it out at patreon.com/n64josh. Let's get to the announcements.
Hey, listen!
All right. Well, hey, I mentioned it last time that we are raising some money for Mr. Cool Red Luigi from our community. And we're trying to help him get a down payment for a car. If you go to n64josh.com/help, you'll be able to help with the GoFundMe there. That would be super awesome. I'm going to be doing a charity stream on Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, going till about 2. And we're going to have some fun for like if $5 is donated, you might get to pick the character I play in as Smash. If $10 is donated, I might play blindfolded. So I don't have all the details, but we're going to have a little bit of fun. So just to try to raise... How
much do you have to donate to pick the game?
To pick the game? For like, we could do like a 15-minute run of the game, maybe like $20 or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
More than $1 a minute.
Yeah. It's like
so 40 minutes.
And then Sunday,
like 30 minutes. You can double it up.
That's okay. Yeah. So that's at 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Saturday. Twitch.tv/n64josh. And then Sunday, I am going to pull out my guitar and we are going to sing some Christmas carols on Sunday afternoon, evening, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come hang out. We did this last year. I'll if I can, I'll take requests and we'll just kind of have our own little NPC fam Christmas party. So, it should be a good time. We kind of just roll with the punches and see how it goes. But some of the requests last year left me with some interesting songs. So,
Did you practice this year? That certain song?
We'll see. Maybe it may not be quite as fun if I practice, So Ribbon Bell says she'll bring the cookies. So there you go, guys. We also do this show live on twitch.tv/n64josh, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. Also Thursdays at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. Come hang out. I'm streaming every day starting at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Thursdays. Fridays we start early at 6 a.m. and we do a first look. I've got a number of games to check out this next week. I've had quite a few devs start reaching out to me, and so it's been pretty cool. But that means you guys are going to be getting more content. You're going to get more info about more games. So that's happening every Friday. We record those videos, and they of course go up on my YouTube. And I think that's going to do it for the announcement, so we can get into the reviews and impressions. And that's the power glove you guys are hearing right now, because I have to mute something right now. Everybody hates looking around like what is that? So
am I going crazy?
So our main talking point is going to be Smash. So did anybody play anything else? And we'll talk about Smash after we get through the news.
I did. but I can't talk about it.
Same. I did play Pokemon before Smash came out, so there's that. But we talked about that already. Nobody cares. Who cares, right? Let's move on.
Hey, did you play the same thing that I played that we can't say anything about? Okay.
Oh, like the anthem
next
thing?
week. Next week.
Oh, that.
It's another eargasm, people. It's good times.
But yeah, nothing. A little bit of Pokemon and a lot of Smash. So
Okay, cool. It was pretty much Smash for me. Like I started actually playing on the 3DS up until the launch, just because I didn't hook my Wii U back up, so I was like, I still got to get my fix. So I was playing on the 3DS.
Desperate.
You are addicted.
I know, I totally am. Well, I've probably put close to 40-50 hours into Smash already
this week.
Since it launched.
This weekend.
A real job.
Yeah.
Have you actually slept? Because I don't think any of us actually seen you go to sleep.
I mean, what is?
Do we have witnesses at your house that can confirm this or not? You know,
no. Maybe the husky. She could tell you if I sleep. So, but that's pretty much it for me. I didn't touch anything else. It's just been all Smash all the time. So, Kirby, I know you did dig into some indies though, right?
Yeah, I did one this week. Beholder. I'm gonna just quickly go through it. Basically, you're a landlord, and you have to watch on the tenants. But you're a part of this group, this organization called the Ministry, and they're pretty much like a Big Brother, like a 1984 Fahrenheit 451 feel. So they don't like free speech, free will, whatever. So they make up all these rules, and they're crazy. They're like you can't own an Apple, okay? You can't wear blue jeans. You can't listen to out-of-the-country music. You can't read. Everybody must donate blood. If you're over the age of 85, he must die. So, like...
Super fun. Wow.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing the problem here.
But the last one is like for the DLC, because in this version of the game, you get the DLC, and the DLC is pretty much the same thing, but you're playing as an older guy, and they think he's at age 85, but he's not. So he has to do a bunch of stuff to not die. That's fun. But the main story is it's Carl. He has a little family, wife, daughter, and son. And basically you have to try to get people arrested. Like you get calls from your job, like, hey, you need this guy out. So you can either catch them doing something wrong, by spying on them with little cameras or peeking through little peepholes, or you can just plant evidence on him. Like, I had to get this guy out.
Nice.
But he was doing everything correctly, so I was like, you know what? I gotta follow one of these rules. And like one of them was like, you can't own a rubber duck. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna plant a rubber duck in his room when he's not there, and I'm gonna call him, and he's gonna get arrested, and he did. This game has multiple endings, and every choice you make is actually, this is not a buzzword. This is actually important because, like in my first run of the game, I accidentally let my daughter die because yeah. So she was really sick, and you need a lot of money. And I was being too nice because you can blackmail people. It's like, hey, I saw you reading a book. You can pay me $10,000 so you don't have to go to jail. But I was being nice. And he's like, you know what? I'm not going to do that to you. Apparently, no. Don't be nice in this. But, yeah, since I did that, I found something about the doctor. He did something. I was like, oh, I got to get rid of the doctor. But if I had the doctor, he could have saved the dog. And they bring it up constantly because, like, the wife was like, man, you're useless. I wish you, didn't exist. I'm like, I'm just trying.
I wish you were 85.
Yeah, I wish I was 85. But yeah, that's what I've been playing, and I actually really like it. And I just picked it up on a whim. Like I wasn't paying attention to it, but this is what I've been doing in between Smash.
Okay,
so
cool.
That's it.
Very good, very good. Okay, well, we're gonna jump into our news. Okay, well, to kick things off, Smash Bros. It's estimated to have sold 1.3 million units already in Japan. That's a high
weak.
number.
Hasn't even beat ARMS yet.
Right.
Trash.
That's just Japan, though. Just Japan. It is the number one selling game on Amazon in the States. It's doing all right. It's doing all right.
Yeah.
So be interested to see when all those numbers come through, how well it's doing. But it's doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Kirby, you're gonna have to help us on this one here. Ubisoft's putting out a Mario plus Rabbids competition, and I have a link for the details. But like, do you understand what's happening here?
Not quite exactly, because
good.
There's no online for this, right? So I guess there's going to be some kind of way where you have to show them your times, like maybe like a screenshot, like a video or something. But yeah, apparently they're looking for like really excellent plays, and there's like certain challenges. There's like ones are like you must complete this game in one turn. You know, you can't jump. You have to use dashes only. Or they give you a random team and you have to do the best you can possibly do. It doesn't sound like they're streaming it or anything, but maybe like the finals kind of thing. But if there's anything else that pops up, I'll let y'all know. But that's pretty much the gist of what I saw.
I do have a link to where you can get more information, and registration opens on the 13th of December. And the top prize is a trip to Paris, 2 days at the development studio, Gamescom tickets, ×2 for studio tournament finalists, and a pack of goodies. Okay, so and
I wasn't interested until you said pack of goodies.
Yeah, well, there you go. So
not a bag, a pack.
I was hoping you could just take a Polaroid of like your final score and then like send it to them. They send you back a patch. That'd be pretty sweet.
I guess send it by a pigeon, you know, like carrier pigeon. Just,
yeah,
pretty much. So, and it looks like we have seasons here. Now, I'm not sure. Is the first season this trip? That I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's like, hey, winter games is this, and then spring games is this. It says new challenges. So this one goes up through the 16th of January. So if we get any more info, we'll definitely try to fill you guys in. But if you want to compete, there's video you can check out. Like there's a little bit of info here, so you'll be able to if Mario plus Rabbids, if you just love it, this may be the competition for you. So don't miss it.
Yeah, you definitely have to do more than just love it, though. You have to actually be good.
Yeah.
So do that first, then love it, then join.
Right. The next thing here, I'm not sure if anybody can love, and that is a Sonic the Hedgehog movie poster was shown, and our boy Sonic is thick, right? Like dumb thick, and so
he's something, alright. I don't know if it's that, but he's something.
Compared to normal Sonic, he looks like he's got roid rage. All right, like.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just a silhouette, kind of. So you don't really know.
Silhouette, it's not good still. So that
yeah, for sure. But
great hope.
I'm afraid what his face is gonna look like.
What about like his back? You know, like y'all thinking about the face, but you have to look at his back for a lot of the movie because he runs fast. So like, what is that gonna look like?
He looks like Blanca.
No, don't insult Blanca. No, don't insult him. That is nothing
Blanca.
like that. No, he's not Blue Blanca. You're not trashing my favorite Street Fighter here. No.
I'm sorry. That's what I saw it and I was like, so they're making Blue Blanca.
Basically,
he's gonna do a backwards like side kick.
Basically, everything,
down, whatever it is,
everything about this screams Paul W.A. Anderson. Like that guy can destroy any video game movie franchise.
Yes,
it's just ever since I heard the interview where I can't remember if it was him or Mila Jovovich or whatever her name is, was like, oh yeah, like everyone's seen the game, like no one wants to just see that on the screen. We want to show you like something different. No, everyone wants to see exactly what they played. So. This should be interesting. Yeah, I'm wondering if this is supposed to be like a direct sequel to the video games. You know, it's like, well, he's older, so naturally he's been working out. You know, testosterone kicked in.
Right.
I don't know what it's
He's
supposed
been
to
hitting
be.
the gym, doing a lot of deadlifts. So
Yeah.
does Ryan Reynolds voicing Sonic change anything for anybody?
Is he?
No, he's
No.
not. I'm just saying, if he were, does that change anything?
He can
Suddenly wanna
only
see
be
this.
one Voden at a time. You can't be two Vodens. Come on.
I don't know.
know.
This looks like the soup. Like as soon as I saw it, I'm like, this is the Goomba from Super Mario Brothers movie. Like,
No, I think the Goomba's better.
oh my gosh, wow, that's
'Cause, I mean, I'm a big Sonic fan here, so I'm not liking what I'm seeing here.
the other thing I got. Just the vibes from that poster were totally like Teen Wolf, like back, like look
You
it
know
up.
what I
It's
thought of?
old.
I thought
but-
of the latest Spider-Man movie, how like the Homecoming.
Spider-Verse?
No, well,
Oh.
the one before that, like the
Oh.
I forgot that was a thing. My bad, guys. My bad. But like Homecoming, because he had like a movie poster similar to that. You know, like he was kind of like laying down. There was like the bridge in the background.
Oh,
To
yeah.
me, it just looks like he's sitting up top and he's like, should I jump or not? That's what it looks like to me.
Mm.
And I'm saying jump.
Oh,
I'm just
wow.
hoping that it's a guy in a Sonic outfit, and that's the live action, not CGI.
Maybe that's a
Like,
Sonic
I think-
cosplay that
Like in
they
Blueface?
used
No,
for the
that would not be a
poster.
Sonic cosplay. They would not do that to them. They would go all out for that stuff.
yes.
I mean, I've started working out for my Sonic cosplay, so that's
Yeah, you're gonna
Can't-
have to.
can
What kind of Nintendo podcast is this?
Hey,
I mean, he's basically Nintendo.
he's in
now.
Smash.
No.
This is it's all tied together. Video
True.
games. Video games. So anyway, I don't know, guys. Tweet at us. We want to hear from you about this Sonic.
Yeah, make
Poster.
sense of this for us.
Like, what is happening with the world, and why did they think this is a good idea? Well, I guess we'll find out.
It has a chance it's from the director of Fast and the Furious. Well, I don't know which one, but one of them. So that's
Well, I mean, they had to get somebody with speed, Sonic speed. They thought of that.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's it.
if Vin Diesel's in it, I'm on board.
I
Give
want
me
to
some
race
Dominic
with him in
Toretto.
that.
Good.
Put a race. Make Vin Diesel race him. I watch that.
Well, Reggie was recently interviewed, and they were talking about Red Dead Redemption, and he said he would have loved to have seen that game on the Switch, right? I mean, everybody would, but understands that it was way too far along in development. That's what he says. I think even if it had not been too far along in development, I'm not sure this game would have run on the Switch.
They could have
Yeah.
did the cloud thing,
Oh, that's true.
I
That's true.
disagree and agree with you. Even if it wasn't the cloud thing,
I'm so confused.
I don't think they completely changed the engine from their Grand Theft Auto 5 engine. So they could have probably scaled it back to some degree and made it Switch capable, but we'll never know likely. So
Yeah,
Nah.
it ain't gonna be happening. But
Yeah.
it one of the things that it says to me is that they're thinking about this kind of stuff. Like it's not like they're oblivious to the fact like, oh no, we don't need that. We don't need that on our system. It's like no, that would have been a good thing. That would have been a good thing.
Well, it puts all the pressure on the dev too, right? Because so he says it was too far along in development. Let's say it wasn't even on Nintendo's radar whatsoever. Then Rockstar comes out with it for PS4, Xbox One. All Reggie's got to do is be like, oh man, we would have loved to have gotten that. Now everyone's like, we hate you, Rockstar. Why
Right.
didn't you bring it to Nintendo? Like,
no, yeah, don't hate.
so
Rockstar.
I mean, it's a good PR move. I like it, but
Yeah.
I don't think it would have ran. And if it did run, like, you could play it handheld for 20 minutes before your battery melts.
yeah, before the Switch like takes off and sends itself into orbit. But yeah. I mean,
I
it's
would like to see it too.
yeah, who wouldn't, right? Like it looked like a stellar game. So this is actually quite funny. I mean, for us, it's probably not funny for the people it happened to, but there were some Smash fans in Mexico who instead of getting their copy of Smash from Amazon, just got random DVDs shipped to them.
the worst DVDs too.
Like El Tornado or something.
Yeah,
Sharknado?
No.
Not
I think
even that
Sharknado would have
good.
been an improvement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
It
so.
was literally El Tornado was one of them, and some other thing I'd not heard of. Like,
Was the other one the Christmas movie that Hate likes?
That would have made me happy. That's a good movie.
Sure.
You guys are doing yourselves a disservice by not watching Surviving Christmas.
I'm sure my wife's seen it twice on the Hallmark Channel. I hope it was the people that leaked the game in Mexico. Like, maybe they got their accounts and they were like, "Hey, these guys, send them this instead."
Yeah. So totally. I mean, very, very interesting. I don't have it in the notes here, but there was some other. Smash was in the news also because the police were called to a house that for a noise complaint. Showed up. Saw that they had Smash and decided to just play with, if you guys have ever dealt with that, like I used to play in bands and everything like that. And it's like, hey, if it's not 10 o'clock yet, you're not past curfew. So they would a lot of time, this didn't happen to me, but like my drummer at one time, he's like, yeah, the cop showed up and just kind of watched us practice until 10 and then made sure we stopped, and so these guys they have to show up. But they were like, "Oh, you guys got Smash? Like, let's play." So,
yeah, and I mean, every place has a different decibel for the noise complaint. So,
right,
it's crazy.
They were just having fun. I think is all it boiled down to. They're probably like, it might have been an apartment or something too.
That's what it kind of looked like from pictures.
It did, yeah. So
and
easy,
totally understandable because my wife and I played team doubles this weekend, and sorry if you brought your kids to my stream because that was all my wife. Tourette's kicks in when she plays video games.
Oh man,
yeah. Especially Smash, huh?
Man, oh,
yeah,
man.
that and Splatoon. So yeah, I get it.
So Nintendo had a few announcements at the Game Awards. I would say that none of these announcements were anything that we expected. Right? Mm-mm. We all kind of agreement there. Not any, like there was no. Well,
I mean, I thought of one, but it wasn't like what exactly happened. Like I figured we might have get like a little sneak peek for the next Smash character, but not that guy.
Right?
That was...
Right.
I expected the music drive anime game. I knew that was coming.
Oh, totally. Sonora Wild Hearts or something.
Hyper light seizure music, whatever it was called.
Which I'm totally gonna play.
It looks. Hey, I mean, I like music. It looks cool. It looks fast. Sonic's probably in it. Why not?
I hope it's not the movie Sonic. I hope it's just like video game Sonic.
So that was announced. We were kind of like, okay, what is this? Odd. And then Mortal Kombat shows up, and nobody thought it was going to be for Switch. I didn't. I was like, oh, cool, Xbox and PlayStation, just like Soul Calibur. But no, April 23rd, it's coming to the Switch also. Celeste did pretty good at the Game Awards, and they're going to physical copies coming out. And then the Nintendo this is an exclusive published by Nintendo, being developed by Team Ninja, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Now, I've played the first game. I never was able to play the second one. They didn't review quite as well, and so I didn't check it out. Really, really enjoyed the first one. I'm personally a little nervous about this one because Team Ninja does not have the best track record, especially with Nintendo. Like Other M is like, some people really hate that game, but there is a handful of people that don't mind it. So, I'm not sure. Like the potential is there. You have a bunch of cool characters, you tell a good story, and you get some RPG elements. Then Destinat's on board, and
third person.
Third person, right?
There you go.
Action adventure.
So, but this, I mean, I remember playing the first Ultimate Alliance, family and friends during the holidays. Like, just it was a fun game to kind of grind through, and you actually leveled up your characters. And I mean, a huge cast of Marvel characters. So if you're a fan of Marvel, it's definitely worth checking out. And honestly, like, it would be pretty cool if we saw the other two games get ported to the Switch. They're actually available on Xbox One and PlayStation 4, but they're very expensive. Like they still and they may have gone down, but the last time I had seen, they were still like $60 a piece, and so it was kind of weird how much they were selling for, but
refresh my memory. Didn't they originate on the 360 and PS3?
Yeah. Yep. 360. And there's kind of a rare like gold foil case for the first one that had like exclusive characters to like, I don't know, Target or GameStop or something. I can't remember exactly, but
that's what I think of when I think of gold, GameStop.
Yeah, right. So, and chat saying it better have 4-player online. I mean, it would really benefit that game, honestly. And if you're like, I had never played Diablo, right? But then as I played Diablo, I'm like, oh, it's kind of like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, not the loot stuff, but it's just as far as the way the game kind of looks and the play style. So there you go. Kind of exciting. Fingers crossed that Team Ninja could use they could use a win. So I'd be down if this one works out. Yeah. And we'll of course I'll be trying it, and we'll find out. But that's gonna do it for our news. We're gonna get into our talking point, which is gonna be all about Smash Bros. Here we go. Okay, well, prior to the game releasing, if you guys know me whatsoever, you know that I'm very much into Smash. Since the announcement of this game, I started another podcast. I've been doing some Smash content and streaming a lot of Smash. Eric was kind of like, I don't know that I'm gonna like this.
Yeah, I was convinced I wouldn't.
Yeah, Destinat, he was slowly making a turn. I was surprised, like by the GameCube controller and everything else. And Mel, I knew, she's like, hey, it's Smash. Of course I'm going to play it. And but would I be correct in saying that everybody kind of likes it more than they anticipated?
I would say that would be a huge understatement for me.
Go, tell us why.
I fully anticipated to play the game, maybe a few hours, get kind of bored, frustrated, and leave it. And the World of Light mode is just deep enough and challenging enough and fun enough that I can't stop playing it. The game is accessible to someone who doesn't like fighting games. I'm not good at learning the combos on the Mortal Kombats or the Street Fighters. But in Smash, it's so easy to pull off, left B, left A, whatever, right, down, pick your poison. So it's just, there's so much going on. There's so many ways to play it that I don't think it matters what kind of gamer you are. You can find a mode in there that you enjoy. Heck, if you just want to play through classic mode just to get to the end credits, like I would play that end credits mini game like multiple times if I could, over and over again, because that was fun on its own.
Dude, I remember as soon as I beat the classic mode, when I got the game home and started shooting all the people's names, and I was like, I haven't done this in years. Like I don't even think I did it in the Wii U version. Like this was like I know we did it in Brawl, so that was the last time, but it totally took me back. Like it was a total nostalgia trip.
Yeah. And they do it so well. The music, the game, like I played day one all handheld. Then I threw it on the big TV and I'm like, this game is beautiful. Like 720p just doesn't do it justice. It needs a huge screen. Because it does look that pretty. So it's a great game. Can't say enough good things about it, So
yeah, it is actually, I just looked up today. It is 1080 in docked, it is 1080p at 60 frames per second. That's why this game sold so well. Just saying.
It's crazy Nintendo could pull that off. Like with how good it looks, it's crazy they were able to pull that off.
Yeah.
Have you tried it with like 8-player Smash? Like doing that?
We were just watching it on stream, and I was watching my capture card go like, "What are you doing to me right now?" So I'm not sure what was happening there, but I haven't. I mean, I've been doing mostly 1v1s, a little bit of 2v2s, but so it's been pretty smooth for me. Mel, what has there been any like just kind of what are your impressions? Anything that's kind of surprised you or anything?
Well, I was watching the little Game Awards show with some friends, and like even before like that happened, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play this game. I'm not super hyped for it. Like even while the hours were counting down, I was like, I kind of want to play these other little indie games more. And then once that little trailer showed off for the first DLC character was Joker, and I'm not even a huge Persona fan. I was in a call with some friends. It was like split down the middle. It was like, yeah, we like it. And it was like, oh my God, we love this guy. We're going to die. And of course, we were watching it together and our streams were not linked. So like two of us, which just so happened to be like the not diehard fans, were like 20 seconds ahead. And I was just waiting there just for the impression, just for the reaction. And I swear to God, I thought like they were having like heart attacks and stuff because like this guy was not supposed to be in this game. As soon as they showed this little guy off, like again, not a major fan of this thing, but I like it. I was like, you know what? This stupid Game Awards show is taking too long. Let's upload Smash now. Like I was hoping it's like, hey, we're gonna release it early for everybody who downloaded it, which I actually did because Smash, you want to have it always with you. Yep. So, I was counting down the hours, and as soon as it went up, I was like, okay, I gotta grind for these losers, unlock my people. So I was doing it the traditional way, and then, like a nerd, I looked up online how to cheese it, and I cheesed it, and I got everybody. And now I'm just constantly playing with different sets of friends. Like, I have this little note section in my phone. I'm like, oh, play with this set. Oh, play with this guy. I have to make little appointments and stuff. Like the only way I play with Josh because I was like doing the little, free time of and he was streaming. So I was like, oh, let me jump in his room, do like a match or two. Like otherwise I wouldn't be able to play with Josh. And I haven't even played with anybody yet. Like I'm still waiting for some people to unlock the game, unlock their characters, get the game. Some people are like, oh, I want to do like all the spirits. I'm like, no, I just literally been just doing versus matches. We did 1v1s. We doing like team battles. We even did stamina. We go down like 200 to 0. And apparently we made the run wrong and it was with items. So these tiny little stages, like 4 of us just going crazy, and the items were on high too. So we had the assist trophies going up, we had the Pokemon going off, we had like things like black holes, bombs, explosions. And I found some characters I wasn't expecting to like as much, but I'm really liking. And I'm very glad my Fire Cat, which is Incineroar, is working really well for me. And I'm also very glad that, just random little news bit, in Japan right now, Incineroar plushies, little stuffed animals, are actually selling out because of Smash. And they're going on eBay for like double the triple the amount now. Just because people love him in Smash. And I'm so glad, even though it took them that long to realize how great this Pokemon is, because this is one of my favorite Pokemon. That that they see the light, they see the Incineroar. And I fought Josh with them a few times. It was fun.
Beat me with him. Let's just say it. It's okay. I'm not proud. I'm not proud. Like, literally, I'm not, no joke. I was literally thinking today, like, how am I going to beat Incineroar with Mario? Like he's weak on the edge, so I got to get him off stage and I got to get Flood on him. But I can't fight this guy in the stage. But even off the edge, like if he grabs, his grab is so like he's got such great range with that grab. I don't know. So I'm like I'm strategizing all day today. Like, how do I beat Incineroar? I gotta beat Mel.
Because that's my guy now. That's my main guy. I have a couple other guys I'm looking at, but he's my main guy.
I love it.
He's like Smash Zangief.
He totally is. He totally is.
I like Zangief too. So.
That's the first character I played in Street Fighter. But Destin, where you at? What are you thinking?
Well, I liked it originally. I've played Smash as far back as Melee. I guess I probably played the original on 64. But I don't know. But I mean, I like the series. I don't love it. If I was going to pick a street fighting, well, there you go.
Yeah.
If you're going to pick a fighting game, I would pick Street Fighter as probably my favorite. But I am liking it, and it's fun. I'll throw out a quick little top, like my favorite 3 things about this, and then like the 3 things I don't like. So like number 1, it's got the online. You can play online with other people, the different modes. You could, like, you set up, was it arenas? Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. Like all weekend. So it's got online, right? Number 1. Mm-hmm. Number 2, the fact that you do have to unlock characters. I do like that. I feel there's like a form of progression there. It doesn't just give you everything immediately and you're like, okay, well, I'll just pick this one guy I like and just play him forever. No, there's like, hey, play more of the game, dude, than just like picking your one character. So I like that. The third thing is the rebalancing of characters. I like that because I felt if this was just like it was called Ultimate. So I felt, in my opinion, originally, I'm like, wow, man, this could very easily just be Smash Wii U, just with DLC baked into it. So I like the rebalancing. I like that you have to unlock characters, and it's got online. 3 things I don't like about it: the online. Sometimes it's straight garbage, and it takes you 30 minutes to complete a 5-minute match because when it lags, the timer lags also. And I think who was it that jumped into your stream and talked about that, Josh? Where it was like every 9 seconds was an actual second in game.
Yeah, Mega Magwitch.
Yeah, but that will happen. That will happen online. So the online, as much as I love it, it can be garbage at times. 2, you have to unlock characters. So those people that want to jump in and just, hey, I want to play as, well, Mario's given to you, but if your favorite character is Snake. I wanted to play as Ryu originally. It took me forever. So there's that. And then the third thing that I didn't like about this is the rebalancing, because it was just like,
So literally all your points are the same.
Well, yes, but so, I mean, for me, it's just, look, you're not going to love it. You're not going to hate it, I think. It's just, I don't know. So that for me, I wouldn't give it a 10, but I wouldn't give it like a 7 either. So I think it's really good. I think it's a very solid game. It's obviously got its quirks, but overall, I liked it.
I really love the unlocking, and so like I'm only unlocking through World of Light, and then occasionally through quick plays you'll get people, right. And I'm fine with people finding a way to do it quicker. I'm glad there's no easy button though, because I probably will get frustrated and press the easy button and unlock everyone. Because I don't have self-control, so I'm glad that is not available to me. Because I want to play through and unlock them, the intended way, and it's fun for me. So
the thing that I wish that I feel like is a misstep with the characters being unlocked for me personally, because I didn't like having to cheese. I wish that like every X amount of battles, like if I was online playing, that when I got done, I would have X amount of challengers that I needed to fight. Yeah. Right. That to me would have been a better option than having to spend like 6 hours going to Smash 1v1, 2 minutes, 1 stock, and then shutting the system off and doing it again.
Well,
now,
there was a way. I don't know if it was the quickest. I jumped into Versus and just played the game, I guess. And then every single time I beat it, there was a challenger waiting for me. I don't know if it's the quickest way.
So, it did. It was fine. At the end of the day, I don't care. Like I'm not really. I just like, if I was going to nitpick, say, hey, let me just play online and then have characters show up. Right. So many battles. And I think that's how they did it with the past games. Like you could do this to unlock stuff, or you could do this. Okay. Now, I haven't even touched the World of Light. I've really no interest in it whatsoever. I'm glad it's there. I'm super glad it's there. I think we're going to see a crazy community come out of the World of Light and Spirits that is going to be like almost like a card game, like Hearthstone or Magic or even like Pokemon or whatever, where like you're going to see people building their characters based on these spirits and having some epic battles. Maybe they don't even actually fight themselves. Maybe they let the computer version of that character fight, kind of like they do. There's a pretty big amiibo community that has amiibo fight. I didn't know about this until recently. I had people reach out and tell me that hey, there's a big community of amiibo fighters and we name them and they we train them and all this stuff. I had no clue. But the potential is there for even more communities to grow out of this, because you've got the competitive scene, right? And then you've got amiibos, and then you've got possibly spirits, and then you've got your casuals to just play for a party game, that kind of stuff. Online.
Did any of Mel's or Desnot, did you guys play World of Light at all?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Actually, that's how when I first jumped into the game, I think I played 1 or 2 matches online, and then I went straight to World of Light.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought that was the preferred way of unlocking characters. I didn't know. So, but I like it. I think it's cool. I think if it wasn't there, people would be like, "Where's the single player?" Like it's just one of those things. Like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah,
I really like it. I think it adds some layers to it. Not RPG elements, but it makes you think like, okay, if I'm fighting against this guy and the environment has these hazards, I need these support spirits and I need these main spirits. Yeah. And sometimes you don't have them unlocked yet. So it's like, okay, I'm not doing this battle. Like one of them was left is right, right is left.
Oh, God.
That was really difficult for my brain to do. So I'm like, I'm coming back to this. Like, this is so frustrating. And it wasn't the entire match. It was like randomly it'd switch on, randomly it'd switch off.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, that's
and
amazing.
So I came back to it when I found a support character who eliminates that. So I think it's great. I really do.
Yeah, I think that was a big thing for me too, because I was like, well, is this just single, like a multiplayer kind of like disguised as single player, where it drives me crazy when I play those games and it's like single player, but you're like, no, this is just multiplayer with bots, So yes, you could say like when you get down to it, you're still fighting a computer controlled character, but like Josh was saying with the spirits, like kind of being like your own deck in a sense. There are so many spirits and so many from like random games that you would never assume like them to be in. Like I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but it's just like Capcom games. I think there's one from Eternal Darkness in there. It's just it like reaches way back and just pulls these random characters. Some of them I don't even know who these people are. I got cartoon looking sumo wrestlers. One has glasses on. I don't even know what that's from. But no, that part was cool. And it does add up some variety. And it kind of, again, there's that progression that I think definitely a single player game needs. So you have that, like you were saying, like, well, I'll come back to this level later because you're probably going to unlock something later on that you're like, oh, there it is. That's what I needed for that. And then you can go back to that level and then beat it. So I like it. I'd like to see what happens at the end because the intro to the story I felt was super exciting. The whole cinematic that has been playing on the screen if you're watching right now. So I'm thinking that's a really good start. Hopefully it doesn't just fall flat and at the end it's just like the winner is you.
So I'm watching chat right now. A lot of people are talking about the online. So my experience online has been for the most part good. Okay. The connection for the most part has been decent, and I've played handheld, which I love, by the way. I was totally surprised, but I've played handheld online matches, and then I've played connected to my LAN adapter, and I've mostly been doing viewer battles with up to 8 people in the room, and only periodically have we had lag. For the most part, there's no lag. Now, here's something to keep in mind is when I started this game, I had a roller coaster of emotions because I was like, okay, this game, the inputs are screwed up. Something doesn't feel right. Like I kept like my brain, things were not registering in my brain. Like I know I'm doing this. Why is this happening? What's going on? Well, one, you're going to have input lag on an online game. So I've set my stick sensitivity to low instead of high. Initially, I jumped in with high, but I ended up going low, and I feel like I'm able to pull off my moves more accurately now. And it could even be a placebo effect. Like there's been a lot of talk, and I've been reading Reddit and different things like that. Like I'm not entirely sure. Okay, but I've been running low. I've been liking that better. I wanted to play this game initially. I've been playing Smash 4 for 8 months straight, almost daily, right? Especially the last 3 months. I then jumped into this game thinking, oh, I'm going to play it the same. It doesn't play the same. This game is so much faster that you can't, you have to do your inputs faster. And it wasn't until yesterday that this hit me. And all of a sudden I started playing better against, doing 1v1s. I played for 10 hours straight my forearms and hands were burning when when I was all done. I was like, I've never moved
they've
a
never been
controller.
used before, Neo.
Exactly. That's what it felt like. I'm like, this is the worst. There's a burning. I need to ice it. But right, it's so weird. A video game. My wife was mocking me. I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna have like this is. I feel like I'm an actual athlete now. I just want you to know that. And she's like, get out of here. Get out of here.
I have a comment for that, but never mind.
No.
So, but overall, my experience with this has been pretty good. I know, there's the thing that's frustrating is they give you this global smash power, right? That this GSP, and if you want to get elite smash, you have to get X amount of points, okay? And it fluctuates a lot. The problem is, and I'm making assumptions here, but the problem is that you get put into 4-player free-for-all matches more often than you get put in the 1v1s, even if you have it set up to play 1v1. And they did say in the direct that your connection is based on location. So there's a good chance that the people that are closest to you with the best connection aren't searching for the same thing you are. Now, if you go onto Reddit, they're saying, hey, set it up for 3 stocks, 7 minutes, and I think Battlefield configuration, so that way there's more of us all searching the same way. One thing I did matchmaking in the background, and that did seem to help for a little while. And then my last 4 matches where I stayed up until I think 1 a.m. playing on Saturday night, my last 4 matches were all 4v4s. I couldn't 1v, like the 4-player free-for-all. And so that was frustrating because, it's just chaos. You're trying to earn this score that you can't do the way you want to. Right. So that's frustrating. Now, do they do that so that you get into a game faster and there's less waiting? Possibly. But if you're already doing matchmaking in the background, I mean, come on, let's get it the way we want it. So I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty easy fix that they can just kind of adjust the sliders a little bit and be like, okay, wait, we need to make these search parameters a little more like crank the filters up so that people aren't getting stuck in these other matches. Like I would personally rather wait 3 minutes if the person nearest to me needs to finish their match than get stuck in the 4v4s personally, or the one, the free for alls. So I don't want to keep saying 4v4s, but it's not what it is.
Do you think that could be a problem? I mean, you say right now, like, oh, I'll wait 3 minutes, but what if you're waiting 3 minutes because that person needs to finish up their match? So then you're going to fight them. And then when you lose, you're waiting 3 more minutes because it's only you, them, and some other person in your local area. So you're fighting the same individuals over and over again. I mean, would you want that too? Or
it depends if you're winning, right?
Well, yeah, I guess so. Because then at that point, who's it fun for? And I'm sure Nintendo's looking more at, is this fun? Is it fun to wait for 3 minutes? Is it fun to wait for 3 minutes and then lose, and then wait 3 minutes and lose again?
Yeah.
Are you going to continue to play this game? I don't think so. I mean, I know there's a lot of things that people want, and me included. I'd probably be like, oh, why can't I get this? But I'm sure there's things that they're looking at. And they're play testing these things into the ground. But it would be nice just to have the option.
It's the thing that's strange that when they kind of go backwards on things, Smash 4 had, basically play against anyone, do 1v1s, and you just waited until the matches, till they showed up. Now the lag was there sometimes, right? It was known to be laggy, but with this matchmaking in the background, you could literally jump into a match against the computer, let it run, and then the bar slowly fills up. So I'm hoping they will just adjust that to where it just is, the search is more refined and you just wait a little longer, because that feature is nice. You could go into spirits and play while matchmaking is going. You could go into a custom match against a bot and just practice. You could go into training and just do training, and then it just pops up, hey, your match is ready, and you go and fight, you go and play, and then it says resume matchmaking, sure, and you go back to fighting. So with the size of the install base as big as it is, you would think that it wouldn't be too bad, but G.I. Jello's asking, are you guys okay with no online tournament modes? So here's the thing. Online tournament mode would have been nice. I did a tournament on Saturday. I just set up a challenge or however you say it page. And due to the way they set up the arena, which I absolutely love because there's so many options there. If me and Eric wanted to do doubles, we literally could just set up an arena that's public with no passcode, and we could just play against anybody that comes in, right? When I want to play with viewers, when I'm streaming, I don't have to add everybody to my friends list. I can say, here's the room, here's the passcode. People from public can't get in. They don't know the passcode, and it works flawlessly. You tell people to go to the spectating stands, and we do a match. The next person comes in, and we rinse and repeat. Like, I'm extremely happy with the way everything is set up. I couldn't ask for anything more as far as that goes for streaming. Online tournaments would have been nice, right? To be able to just say, hey, there's 8 people. Let's jump in. Your matches are made up for you. Everybody fights. But we did have a pretty good time. We had a pretty good time. Just I was able to spectate all the matches that we did for the tournament. It was pretty great. It was pretty great, So I'm overall very, very pleased. This game does have a learning curve. We've had a lot of people in Discord talking like, how do I get better at this? How do I get, go listen to the Smash Bros cast, go check out some of the YouTube videos I've put out. Izaw Smash is another YouTube channel you definitely want to check out. Like, you have to put the time into this game. Like, Zero, who's the best Smash 4 player in the world, said you got to view Smash like an RPG. And the longer you play, the more you level up. You just don't see those levels on a character. You see it in your skill increasing. And so, you're going to put 80 to 120 hours into an RPG. See where you're at with Smash after you do that, So.
Yeah, and I think the very first time I jumped online, I was playing as Pikachu, and I think I was playing him the way I played him, I don't know, back on Melee or something like that.
In Pokemon tournament.
Yeah, well, you can't play him like that at all. The results go poorly. But no, look at some YouTube videos. There are a lot of instructional videos on every single character out there. And while anyone can do the moves, I know the game it's again similar to, I guess you could say, Pokken. It's a game of paper, rock, scissors, except it also includes up, down, left, right, block, throw, so. There's just so many combinations that I think if you could button mash, that'll get you so far. But yeah, I think to really dive deep, you need to look things up, whether it's through a guide, videos, podcasts, if you want to get better. Or you could just, progress slowly. But I mean, either way, it just depends. But yeah, it's not a simple, I guess, brawler. Yeah.
So we didn't talk about where this game really shines for me, and you mentioned things that Smash 4 did well or better than this game, but I don't. The best way I found to play this game, I haven't played online yet, so you can tell me I'm wrong. That's okay. I accept it. Is 2 switches in handheld, playing against your coworker every day after work. And you couldn't do that with Smash 4, could you? I mean, obviously, right? I'm making a joke, but it's just
on the 2DS, but it's hand cramps.
I mean, you can also
you could do that, but it's just such a great way to play the game. The handheld works so well. The local wireless, I didn't notice any lag at all. It was great, and we weren't sitting super close. We were within 15 feet of each other, but we weren't like right next to each other. It's so fun to play that way. All the things I say I want from online gaming, it's not really true. I want that. I want that experience. I want to have friends who have Switches and have Smash, and we all get together and play games that way. Like, that's what I really want. And Nintendo somehow knew that before I even knew that. But that's what I want out of gaming now.
Dude, we went to go get our Christmas tree on Sunday, and my wife drove, and my son and I pulled out our Switches and played all the way there and back, and it was a blast. You know, like we had a really good time. Like, I can't believe how much fun this game is handheld. Like, I was afraid I would not, and it takes getting used to. If you go from a GameCube controller like I do to then going to the Joy-Cons, it is a little bit tricky, but you can force yourself to do it. Like, I had to force myself to do it when I was playing GameCube or GameCube controller, then switching to 2DS. And then once
I don't think going going pro to Joy-Cons is as hard as maybe the GameCube would be, because the button configuration is so unique.
Yeah, they're pretty much identical between the Pro controller and the Joy-Cons, and so it's really, really impressed me. It's been fun to be able to, like, I'm excited about saving replays, and like after a stream is over, turning on a movie, taking the Switch and handheld and chopping up videos and making montages, and then being able to throw those up on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram, that kind of stuff, all right there. Like, I think it's great. I miss the just hit the button to download.
Oh God, yes, I do.
Because I forget to download the replays a lot of times, and so that's the one thing that I understand why they did it, and maybe they don't want it to slow the system down mid match. I don't know if that's the reasoning behind it, but I do miss that feature, just because it was like, that was so convenient. You have that little 30-second clip, uploads to Twitter, boom, you've got content going out, you know. So
yeah. I would have had like 20 clips if they let me do that. I'm not going in there and dissecting. No, I'm not doing. I'm too lazy. No Smash clips for me.
Had I known that I didn't even know we could record matches, first of all. And had I known that yesterday or the day before, I could have recorded the best experience I've had with this game ever. And it's completely opposite of what Josh and Hate just said. They said they love the local co-op. You know, Josh played with his son in the car. Hate played with his buddy at work. I love going online, because the other day I was playing as Isabel, who's now my new main because she's awesome
and adorable.
I'm playing Free for All, and it's so funny because when you play as her, people are just like meh. And they totally ignore you, and you can just literally fishing hook them from the back nonstop. Anyways, so I jump into free fall the other day. It's myself as Isabel, another random player, I don't know who this is, who's also Isabel. Then there's someone as Link, young Link, I believe, and then Mario. And without knowing this person, without using a mic, without any interaction whatsoever in this game, we literally started working together, the other Isabel and myself, to plant the little fire extinguisher in the ground, and like it's shooting up, or I don't even know what that thing is, a cactus?
Gyroid.
Yeah. So we literally start working together and taking these other two out, and at the end it goes into sudden death. And I guess because I wanted to win or something, like I instantly did like the forward dash, and then
the pot.
Yeah, the pot. And boom, one hit, right? Takes her out. And in that moment, I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like a little bit bad. Like, I think they were just standing there, like,
yeah,
just kind of like, oh, let's hug.
Yeah, they're probably like going to taunt, like hey,
maybe. Like, I don't know, but it was just like, again, like I said, zero interaction, no talking. I don't know who this person is. They're on my friends list now, because I'm just like, well, I wanted to send them a message because I thought this was Xbox, but
you can't send messages.
Yeah, so I was just gonna be like, oh, good game, good teamwork. Yeah. But no, I thought that was really awesome. That was what I would call a good online experience.
Yeah.
Versus probably if they could send me a message and they would send me all kinds of expletives. Mm-hmm. But like I really enjoyed that the other day. I thought it was really fun. And I've been playing a lot of was it 2v2 and free for all. I've been really enjoying those modes.
Yeah, something for everybody. I love it. It's good stuff. Well, that is going to do it for this episode. Let's wrap this up. All right, Eric, where can we find you?
You will find me on Discord, n64josh.com/Discord is where you'll join in there. I do want to say no contest or anything, just a fun little Christmas cheer. I'm going to be dropping a couple before Christmas. I'm going to be dropping a couple codes in the chat of the main chat on Discord. One will be for Celeste, the other's a mystery. I will randomize a character with a question mark, and you guys will have to figure out what it is to unlock the code. It'll be fun. Something to do. Twitter at HeyZero. Sometime in the coming weeks, I am going to stream that horse game. So there you go.
You should just bring in the new year with that. That's how you can start your new year. Just stream that game.
That's a good point. Maybe I'll save it for the new year.
Destin, where can we find you?
People can find me also in the Discord. Currently under Eggnot. Keeping it festive. And also on Twitter, if people still use that, at iDestinaut. Give me a like or a follow or a save. I don't know what people do over there anymore.
Just send minutes about fishes. Just do that.
There you go. I searched some that probably.
Yeah, I know.
Never. Have a fun day, guys.
Mel, where can we find you?
Oh, in the Discord. That's going to be your best option for me because I'm usually always there.
Or beating me in Smash in 1v1s. So.
Sometimes.
Guys, you're going to be able to follow me on Twitter at N64Josh, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, everything, Snapchat, all of it's N64Josh. Come interact with me. I love chatting with people online. It's a good time. I don't use Facebook quite as much, so just be aware of that. Like Instagram, Twitter, that's probably your best bet. But I'm streaming, pretty much every day, close to 7 days a week. So make sure to come check out some of the streams. Turn notifications on if you want to know when. And I do want to say thank you to everybody. Like last week, I said, hey guys, if you can turn on a screen while you're at work, just to help me out. Like you guys have doubled my numbers, and on Saturday we had I think 78 viewers at one point. So that's a huge thank you to you guys. So at that rate, we're going to hit partnership at no time. So I really, really appreciate it. And remember too, if you're at work and you do you just want to do audio, that is an option with the Twitch app. So, and that also counts as a viewer. So that helps out as well. So thank you so much in advance for that. Want to rate and review the show on iTunes? We would really, really appreciate it. And like Kate said, come to the Discord, n64josh.com/Discord. Guys, we'll see you in the next episode. Take it easy. Bye now.
Download your Piranha Plant. Get it now.